Hey everyone, Genome here, coming at you with the next episode of my Cover of the Week series. This is where I kind of take a look back at some possibly forgotten gems of yore, at least back from my old collecting days. This episode is going to be a little bit different than the last ones, because I actually found out some kind of sad news. Last week I showed a book that was almost my Cover of the Week, that was done by Mr. Rik Levins and inked by Danny Bonatti. And I come to find out through a comic book pro that Mr. Levins actually passed away in 2010. I did not know this. Of course, like I said, I've been out of the game for a long time, and so I was really kind of bummed out. So this week, I'm going to show a lot of pieces that Rik has done. I could dig out of my collection. Some of my stuff's scattered, so I don't have too many books to show you, but he had quite an extensive run for a long time. He and Mark Grunwald actually had a great run on Cap for many, many, many books. And I just think it's such a shame this guy didn't get more work. And I'm not sure if that was by choice, because he kind of went into computer art, it turns out, a little bit later on in life and began instructing as well. So, but if it was the fact that he wasn't getting as much work on other books, maybe after Cap, because there was more popular artists at the time, I just think that's a crime, because the man has genuine talent. Not only did he work with Marvel, he's kind of been all over the place. Let's see, he's done Avengers, Femforce, Shade, Exo Manowar, some others. Let's see, he's been with, of course, Marvel, AC Comics, Acclaim, and Innovation. So, I mean, he's been around the game. And upon research, it's really hard to find stuff about him. I couldn't even find a picture to show you. It turns out he was teaching for a while, I guess, on the computer side of things. At Full Sail in Winter Park. Full Sail is very what kind of an offbeat little technical college right there in Central Florida, Orlando area. I used to live a couple blocks from there a few different times in my travels and moves around Orlando. But yeah, so I did not. He was right down the road from me. I could have gone and seen the guy probably. And apparently his funeral was held at the Baldwin Fairchild on Aloma. And I think I lived probably not even a mile from there. And during that time, of course, I was still in the Army at that time. I think I was just getting out. But that's neither here nor there. I never know what to guess. He was so close. And I think it's a real shame that I didn't get to go at least meet him once. Maybe I don't care if he signed a book or anything. I just like to go talk to him and tell him how much I really enjoyed his run. So without further ado, let me go ahead. I'll start you off with probably my favorite cover, at least of the ones that I have that he's done. And then I'll go through kind of a brief, synopsis of some other books that I have here. So the one I have behind me is Captain America number 413, and it has what appear is a offshoot of MODOK. This is Modom, and I know you get a lot of glare here. I should take it out of the bag. I'm gonna take it out of the bag real fast for you. Man, this tape hasn't been opened in 20 years or more. Oh, well, more than that actually. So here is everything I like about Rik and why I think he was so criminally underrated. I mean, it's got perspective all over it. You got the hands, the Doc Ock type hands in the foreground, and the characters a little more in the foreground. The big baddie's just a little bit behind them. But I mean, check out Cap's pose here. This is really hard to do with one hand. So, come on, focus. There it goes. That is just gorgeous, man. Anatomy is clean. It looks good. I mean, his quads are well done. His kneecap actually shows up. His feet are bent just a little bit different directions, following his legs. I know his pecs flow right into his buys and his delts and all that so nicely. His neck is in proportion because his chin's down, so you don't see all of it. It's just so many good things here. And, of course, he's helped out with some really good inking. Danny Bonatti did some great inking on him. I love this little, slanted horizon in the background he's got going on. Kind of really shows how high up they are. And just, everything. No extraneous lines like some other artists I won't name, who just add details that don't need to be there. Man, he was so good. It's such a dynamic pose, and like I said, almost all of his covers were like that. Cap is a very active, kind of combatant character, and, he should be shown in dynamic poses on his cover. And every one of them was. And like I said, I'd like to dedicate this, for what it's worth, I'd like to dedicate this episode to Rik and his work. He's gone too soon. Mark Grunwald, too, was gone too soon and too young. Jim Paro, too. I mean, it's a shame at some of these guys. So I'll go ahead and run you through a couple of these, and then I'll just close out the video. But I don't probably need to read the numbers to you, but just more good examples of his art. Sorry, I'm going to try to keep the flash to a minimum here for the shine. He did a lot of the Galactic Storm series. And here's one without Cap in action, but he's all slumped and looking defeated. You can tell a lot from just looking at a picture like that. And then here's a really fun one. For those, I gotta do a review of this one day. The Cap Wolf set series. 6, technically 7 books. Just fun. There's another great look of dynamic action right there. Wolverine tearing through the comic cover over here. I mean, who wouldn't want to pick up this cover? It's like, oh boy, they look like they're ready to kill each other. And once again, look how his torso is just a little bit twisted, but his legs are still going the other direction. It just, I don't know, it's so good. He was so good with anatomy, and he was so good with dynamic poses. The Animal series. Oh, Cap Wolf. They need to redo him again. Freaking Wolfpack. They had, what, Feral in there? I think Wolfsbane. I think that's Wolfsbane. That's Feral, as I recall. I don't remember who this is back here. I had to stick cable in almost every book back then because of a certain other artist who was very popular. Here's the technical 7th book of the series there. Pretty wicked looking. Like the evil doppelganger of U.S. agent there, Captain America. I showed this one last week, actually, because I really dig this one. A lot going on there. It's good in crowded scenes. I wasn't as crazy about his close-up work, like for faces and stuff. It's fairly well detailed. I just didn't like. I like his mid-range shots and far-away shots a little bit better. I mean, look at that, man. Gorgeous. That is the angle you think your arm would be at if you're swinging something down, you know? It's not just, you don't leave your arm hanging at its side. So much right with that. Gold D-Man. Here's another one used to make a lot of guest appearances back in the early 90s. That was Silver Sable. She was kind of a little hot property for a while. And finally, this is another really good cover. I like this one a lot. Cap versus the Blazing Skull. Just so cool, man. Not only does he get to be good on anatomy on the outside, he gets to do work as anatomy on the inside. So just great dynamic punch. You see how his lat is kind of stretched here, too. I mean, the lat doesn't disappear because he's throwing a punch. So it's just, I don't know. I just love his artwork. I know I've talked about him a lot of times before. Of him probably being my favorite artist of at least the early 90s. I mean, part of that, too, is, of course, probably some fanboyism because I liked the Cap run so much back then. But just, I don't know. What do you guys think of him? I mean, I know a lot of you guys get a lot more into books than I do. And what do you think about Mr. Levins' art? I think it needs to be trumpeted a little more often and brought up just because none of the books he worked on are, you know, highly rare, sought-after keys. I don't think he should have to languish in anonymity for forever and ever. But so what do you guys think? Do you guys have a favorite Rik Levins cover or book that he's done? You got any stories that you know about him? I'd like to get all the information I could. Maybe I'll do a proper tribute video one day. It's just that if you got it, put it down in the link below, or better yet, shoot your own video because I'd like to see what you come up with. Or if you have one, pick one out, do a quick video on it. I'd like to see it. Maybe I'll do a contest with that one day. That'd probably work. But yeah, so like I said, give Rik a chance, and if you haven't pick up some of these gems. They're not just good for covers too. The interior art's pretty good, and because he does pencils inside too. And these are Grunwald stories, and they're just awesome, man. I love the Cap run back then; it's my favorite. Great stuff. But yeah, anyway, so that's it for now. But like I said, I'll just continue to be Rik's one fanboy, irregardless, I guess. So I do want to pick up some of his other stuff. I know he had, was it Dragonfly? I believe is a character he actually created too, over at AC. And I like to pick up some of that run too. But some of that's gorgeous too. I'll put some pictures of some of the other stuff probably somewhere in the video popping around. I have more of his stuff. I just pulled some quick stuff for the video. So anyway, that's enough from me. Go out there and find you some Rik Levins, or if you already have him, give him another look. He's definitely worth it. So anyway, until next time, this is Genome, loving him some Rik Levins. Out.